Welcome back everyone to DBS. And yet, everybody, we got the DLC 2 trailer announcement. Um, you can check that out on the official Bandai Namco YouTube channel. Um, this is just me randomly talking over some invasions and some duels. I'm not gonna delve into the lore, that's not my job. Um, Already, the forums are exploding with theories. And by the way, before start talking about the trailer, you might want to know there's gonna be spoilers, obviously. So if you don't want to hear anything, this is your chance to back out. Yeah. So basically, it's called the Ringed City. It's not Londor, or okay, I'm gonna say it's not Londor. Everyone thought it was. Everyone thought it was gonna be the City of the Dead, or whatever. And I'm not belittling whoever did say that it was, but obviously in the trailer, if you see it, it's not a dark underground city. It's not a land of hollows. At least that's not what it looks like. What it looks to be is a convergence of all the lands again, something like the final level of the game, which is the Kiln of the First Flame, where all the lands look like Lothric is converging. You can see Lothric Castle and all of that. So I'm gonna go out and say that this is not Londor. However, from the way it looks, it's kind of bright. It's got the Lothric ashen gray thing, which I'm not really fond of. Honestly, I didn't really like the setting so far. I'm not saying I'm like anti ruins or whatever, but I mean, the locales don't seem interesting as of yet. I could be mistaken. I could be surprised. But let's delve into the discussion really quickly about the thoughts. In a previous thought discussion video, I discussed how I was saying that I don't think Ashes of Ariandel was going to be short, and I didn't think it was going to be bad quality, and I didn't want people to worry. Well, half of that was true. The DLC was short. I finished it on a blind run. I didn't watch any of the streams that everyone got really early, like those YouTubers, the big guys. It took me about a little less than 4 hours, and that's doing everything, looking everywhere, finding everything. I even went. I didn't. I fought the champion Gravetender boss second. I didn't even go that far. I didn't go in that direction. I went to the main path first, which is this is usually how I like to play blind, not knowing anything. So that was fun. I liked the level design because it had branching paths. It had a nice level. The Corvian settlement was really cool level wise. A lot of nooks and crannies. I don't like the snow setting much. That part I felt had a lot of filler moments, especially right after the Sir Wilhelm fight. That stretch, the Snowy Mountain Pass part, I didn't enjoy it much because it just felt like they had to add a little bit of length to the game and had no any significance. It was just like a gauntlet of Farron Knights and stuff. Anyway, we got a few weapons shown. Mostly, I feel it's miracle or spell based. We got a lightning bow. We got a sword that extends into what looks to be a magic weapon buff, and we got some sort of like a force miracle or something like that. Got to see a boss, and already people on Reddit were speculating that this is the cut content of like a giant bat, which was in the hidden files. That could be like. Also, I didn't like how it's all fire based. Fire based enemies are boring. And then we got to see a lady with a giant egg. Again, people are speculating that's Gertrude, and that's the egg of Ocelot. But my concerns mainly with the DLC is that I want it to be longer. I want it to have more significance. Ashes of Randall was very nicely made. However, it was too short. And now, if you want to just speed run, you can literally speed run the whole level. I'm not talking fighting the bosses, but speed running the whole level in less than 5 minutes. The whole DLC, I mean. Lore wise, I felt it was a bit too disconnected. I want this DLC to close everything off. If this is the final DLC and the final Dark Souls game, we need extreme closure. I want things to be completely over. I don't want to make hear people like Vati and whatever making non-stop lore videos from now until whenever saying, yeah, but this is what happened in Dark Souls 3, even though that, and I want closure. I want it to be like, you know what, the cycle's over, everyone's dead, or everything just burned to pieces, and the Age of Fire is never gonna fade. Whatever. I need closure. I can't handle that. The PvP part, I don't think much is gonna change. We're probably gonna get some arena skins levels, which won't really add any depth or anything to the arena, as fun as it is sometimes. Yeah, man, I need a bigger level. I want more than 2 bosses. I need like at least 3 to 4 bosses, at least. Again, we knew that Bloodborne was 2 DLCs in one. Instead of releasing them two different times, they packed them all together. So we got 5 bosses there. In DLC 1 of Dark Souls, we got 5. And of course, the DLC of Dark Souls 2, we got like 9 bosses. And if you put them all together, and the levels were actually large and sprawling, and they had a lot of mechanics. Although I hated Dark Souls 2, but that's a different story. I'm looking forward to this. It looks a little more interesting than Ashes of Ariandel. Just because of the significance of what is the Ringed City. And then they put the dark sign, it was like switching. So this has had something, looks like it's tying more into the game itself, the core story, and not just a random add-on side story, you know what I mean? I hope you enjoy the fights. I hope you enjoyed my Neo boss fight, which I did a few days ago. Neo is going to be the game that I'm going to be posting a lot of videos on because I really enjoyed that game. Looking forward to it. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in, and take care, everybody. And I'll see you very soon. Hope you enjoyed these fights. I'm out.